everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Inger's Pink World. How are you doing? How is everyone doing this evening? Well, it's evening where I live. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're having a productive week at the beginning of this week. Today is Tuesday, July 30th. So I hope you guys are doing well. I have a couple of videos coming out this week for you, but I specifically wanted to do this video this evening. Hadn't been feeling my best today or really yesterday either, but I wanted to push through. That's why I'm coming to you a little later than I wanted to. I really wanted to come to you guys this morning, but I was just not feeling it. So anyway, I wanted to come to you today with a video, kind of sort of like a heart-to-heart video. You know, every now and again, as a family, we have to have these talks. Family, friends, you know, we just have to have these talks with each other. And I'm noticing that a lot of us are going through the same things when it comes to friends and family. And it's probably because we're all human and we all have a family and we all have friends. So it's just kind of normal to go through certain things in life. But lately what's kind of been brought to my attention, or actually just kind of what I've been thinking about, you guys, is I try my very best as an individual to be a very positive individual. I really do. I try to be as positive as I can. My whole channel is about positivity. For those of you who are just joining my channel, or you're just maybe tuning in to see what I'm all about, my name is Inger. I'm 55 years old. I'm retired. I've been doing YouTube for 3 years now, and I just started my own business, Inger's Pampered Pink Box. Just to give you a little bit of background story. I used to be an event planner. I've worked in the service industry. I've worked in customer service, travel, all of it. I've done it all. I've traveled the world. I was a military brat. And I recently lost my father a year ago. So just to sum up what's my life is sort of, about, if you're just tuning into this channel. I try my very best, with that said, to be a positive person. Now, it is not easy to be a positive person for anybody because you have to deal with other people. And of course, if you're a positive person, then it's going to be a little tasking sometimes to deal with negative people. But, as human beings, we can't write everybody off, you guys, right? You can't write all your friends off. You can't write your family off, or I guess you could, but I mean, who wants to do that at the end of the day? Who wants to get rid of all the people in their world just because you guys have disagreements or you don't agree with each other on certain things, I think as a society, just as a whole, as people, we have to learn how to be a little more tolerant and understanding of each other and just understand that everybody is different and that's okay. Since I've gotten older, I've ran into a lot of people that dislike me for what I think is no good reason. But my parents told me otherwise. My parents told me there's going to be people that are going to be jealous of you because of the life you live, the dreams you have, the goals you want to achieve, and the goals you've already achieved. Now, I didn't really understand that because I feel like if you have dreams and aspirations and goals, nobody can take that away from you. You know what I mean? It may be hard to obtain things in life, and that's just life. We all know that. But that doesn't mean that people can take away your dreams and your aspirations and your goals. People can't do that. If that's your dream, your aspiration, your goal, you have every right to have it. You know what I mean? And you have every right to work hard to obtain the things in this world that you want. You have every right to do that. We all have different wants We all have different needs. And I think sometimes as people, we get caught up in other people's wants and needs and other people's dreams and aspirations instead of having our own. I think that's a real problem for a lot of people. But with that said, there's a lot of things in life that I personally have struggled with, because everybody's going to struggle with something. But I can be completely honest with you and tell you that being jealous was never a problem that I had. Being envious of other people and what they had, or being jealous or envious of what they were doing in life, was never an issue for me. Probably because I was too busy creating my own dreams. And, sometimes when you're creating your own dreams and you have God on your side and, He's helping you to create some of these dreams, the ones that He thinks are best for you, you simply don't have time to be upset about what somebody else is doing. And you don't even want to be upset about what somebody else is doing. So, with that said, I would just say, as people, we need to learn to be a little bit more tolerant of each other. We need to learn to listen to each other. Actually listen at what each other's saying. Sometimes my sister's played this game with me and my mom before, and she'll say a sentence and it'll be kind of long to kind of throw you off your game. And then at the very end of the sentence, she'll say, "What did you hear me just say?" And then I'll tell her my version, and then my mom will tell her version. And neither one of the versions will be what my sister said. It'll be close, but it won't be the same, because she's testing us to see how well we listen. And she is a professor, and so she knows a little bit about listening and not listening. So all of that to say, sometimes we do need to work on listening to each other and how we perceive what others are saying. We could also work on our tone, because I feel like if you yell at me or you shout at me or you have like a confrontational attitude with me, then I'm not going to receive what you're trying to tell me, even if it's right, because your tone is wrong. So I think as people, we need to try to learn how to speak to each other with a pleasant tone. Even if you're kind of upset about what you have to talk about, it's going to matter the way it comes out. It's always going to matter the way it comes out. So when people are trying to explain something to you, try to listen at what they're really saying. You guys, you will be so surprised at who you actually could learn something from, and they could potentially learn something from you. We all could learn something from each other if we just took the time to really listen at what the other person is saying. And by really listen, I mean, don't be so quick to jump to an attitude, or don't be so quick to jump to be defensive, or don't be so quick to jump and feel like that person is judging you or saying something negative to you, when all they're really trying to do is be positive in a different light and in a different way. I've had this, happen to me a couple of times, and I just feel like one reason why, and I'm sure you've had it happen to you too. I'm sure everybody has had this happen to them. But I feel like one of the reasons why this continuously happens in families and in friendships is because we simply do not listen to each other. We simply do not value what the other person is saying. Because I feel like if I value what you're saying to me, then I'm definitely going to take the time to really listen at what you're saying. And I'm not going to jump down your throat while you're saying it. So all of that to say, you guys, we really need to be mindful of how we speak to each other, how we treat each other, how we feel about each other, the whole nine. I mean, And I'll be honest with you. I honestly feel like a lot of us in this world need to just be a little humbled. You know, we need to be a little humbled. There needs to be something that humbles you. And for instance, for me, if I'm sick and I don't feel well, which that's the case many a day for those of you who know what's going on with me. There are many a days that I'm in the bed and I don't feel well at all. And let me tell you, when I am sick and I don't feel well, I'm humbled because for several reasons I know there's somebody out there that's sicker than me, even though I feel horrible. And I don't necessarily, I mean, my whole life just make that a time where I'm thinking and I'm reflecting on life. I'm reflecting on things that I've done wrong. I'm reflecting on things that I've done right. I'm reflecting on how many times I've tried to do something and I might have failed at it, but I didn't let it stop me. I reflect on a lot of things when I'm sick and when I don't feel well, and I feel like I'm humbled. I can recall when I had surgery years ago, and it was a long process to heal, and I was sad most days. And you know, sometimes when you're in pain, you mix up being sad with being in pain. And sometimes the painkillers just got you all loopy-doop, and you know what I mean. But after I started to feel better and my body really started to heal, I was humbled. I was not the person that I was before I got sick. I was not the person that I was before I had that surgery. Once I had surgery and I got over how my healing process and I got over how bad I was feeling physically, I was a completely different person. The sickness and the surgery humbled me. I no longer felt it was necessary to argue with a friend of mine. I no longer felt it was necessary to feel a certain way because she felt a certain way. And I just think sometimes in life, when certain things happen to us in life, whether it happens to us or somebody close to us, things should humble you. I feel like sickness should always humble you. You should not come out of that sickness the same person that you were before the sickness. Something about that should change you. That's how I feel. Now, everybody doesn't feel that way, but that's exactly how I feel. Another example is, I'm not the woman that I was when my father was alive. When my father was alive and well, I was a little different, meaning I'm still Inger. I still try to be positive. I still believe in Jesus Christ, and I still believe that he died on the cross for my sins. And I still believe that I'm still a work in progress, and I want to live the life that he wants me to live. But when my father passed away, I became a different woman. Because a lot of things that were over the top important to me no longer were important to me. It just wasn't. And what I mean by that is, when you lose a person, it's already painful enough to lose somebody. So it should humble you enough to be a different person. If you're having some kind of dispute with a friend or a family member or somebody, this tragic situation that happened should be enough to make you want to change. Because God knows whatever you were fussing about or arguing about or upset about, it should not be important anymore. And there comes a time in life when you have to put things into perspective. So I feel like after my father passed away, I was even more humbled than before. And I'm definitely a different woman than before. I've always been somebody who wanted to help people. And people who really know that about me. I've always been somebody who really wanted to help people just be in better positions in life. I can recall One time when I was working, and we had a coworker that was working with us, and her whole house burned down, and she lost everything. And at work the next day, we put up a little bulletin with a list saying, hey, if you could give to this person, write down what you could give to this person, and each person would bring something to give to her. The list was up at our job probably for about a week, 2 weeks. Nobody signed the list. Nobody put their name on the list, nobody. And I was thinking to myself, this girl just lost everything. Imagine losing everything from your toothbrush to your socks and not knowing how you're going to replace it. Just imagine that, because she was not one of these people who was financially able and was able to say, oh, I'm good. I got $10,000 or $20,000 or $40,000 over here in this account. I'm just going to start all over, It wasn't that wasn't the case. So nobody put their name on the list. And I remember this like it was yesterday, and this was years ago. And I felt bad about it. And so I said, you know what? I don't know what it feels like to lose everything in life, but I can only imagine. So when I came home from work that evening, I got on Amazon and I ordered things that I thought she would just need right away. Soap, toothpaste, deodorant, towels, washcloths, socks, underwear, pots, pans, glasses, just stuff that I thought would be an immediate need, and I ordered just this big box of stuff, and it came to my house 2 days later, and I checked everything to make sure nothing was broken, and I took her this box to work the next day. She was in tears. To my knowledge, she was humble, and she was very thankful, and she couldn't believe it because none of her coworkers signed the list to bring anything, just any small thing you thought she might have needed. Nobody signed the list. That to me was a big sign of the kind of world that we live in. And me being the person that I am, I didn't really care if anybody signed the list or not. I already had it in my head that I was going to get her everything that I could possibly get her that I thought she might need. That was not for me to say, woo, I went and I did something that nobody else did. No, that was just the values and the morals that my parents instilled in me. That's all that was. That was my father in the back of my head, even then, when he was alive and well, saying, what would I have taught you to do for a person like that? So I just don't understand this world that we live in sometimes. I really don't. There's been times that I've done things for people and I've just gotten severely burned for it, and I guess that's life. You live and you learn, you don't let that person continue to burn you. You go ahead and chop that off. But I'm just saying, it didn't, even when I've helped people and I've gotten burned in the process, it did not make me say, you know what, I'm never going to help anybody else again because that one person, hurt my feelings or said something to me or was ugly to me. No, you don't let somebody rock your world to that point. You know what I mean? So, I guess what I'm trying to say, you guys, is life is very short. That's not just a saying, it's true. My father was sitting in his chair having breakfast that I had just made him that morning and watching TV and taking his afternoon nap. And that very same night he was gone. So life is short. Life is nothing to play with, We all, every day we get up and we walk around like we have all of this time to get it right, And if you wake up every morning and you got breath in you, you definitely do have another day to get it right. But the question is, what did you do with that day? Did you try to right your wrongs? Did you try to apologize to somebody that you've been ugly to? Have you ever apologized to somebody? I know people that have never said they were sorry about anything in this world. You know what I mean? I'm like, how do you do that? How do you never apologize for anything? I don't even want to know, because I'll never be that kind of person. That's not the person that I would ever want to be. You never feel like you're sorry for anything? Well, if you wake up tomorrow, you guys, and I say if, because everybody won't wake up tomorrow. I know that's a grim thought and nobody wants to think about that, but everybody won't wake up tomorrow. And so if you do, and you know you've wronged somebody, or you've been nasty to somebody, or you've lied to somebody, or you've talked about somebody behind their back. I mean, come on. The world is full of gossipers, friends, family, co-workers, neighbors. You know, if you've done something wrong to somebody, humble yourself and fix it. Watch how you talk to people. Watch how you treat people, because it'll come back on you. You know, you ever sit around and just a slew of bad things keep happening and you're like, what on earth did I do for this to keep happening to me? Are you really thinking about it? Are you really deeply thinking about what you've done to make these things happen to you? Now, granted, sometimes things just happen and you don't necessarily have to have done anything. But if you're somebody who constantly causes havoc in other people's lives, yeah, you may want to question why stuff keeps happening to you. So I thought it was necessary to make this video. I love my other videos, believe me, and you know, I'm excited about things that I'm doing in my life right now, and of course I love sharing it with you. But I also think that sometimes we have to have these serious talks and these serious chats about life in general, and about how as people we treat each other, about how as women we treat each other. You know, how as women sometimes we don't support each other at all. You know, we would rather sit back and talk about a person, or make a person feel bad, or make a person feel like they're not accomplishing anything, rather than support that person. And I cannot comprehend that type of thinking, and I never will. That's just not me. So, you know, I feel like we need to learn better. I feel like if you learn better, you do better. You know, I was watching a YouTuber yesterday. I have no idea who this young lady was, but she was a beautiful young lady. She was a young lady. I believe she said she graduated from high school last year, and this was her first year in college or whatever. And she was talking about how she just got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and she just got 4,000 watch hours. And it took her 3 years to do it. She said she started in 2021. And of course, because I started in 2021. I myself have been doing YouTube for 3 years. I have over 1,000 subscribers now. I believe I have like almost 1,700, but I don't have the 4,000 watch hours. So when she said she had everything, I had to reach out and DM her on YouTube. And I told her, you know, in the comment section, I was like, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud that you never gave up. You know, I'm excited for your future, even though you're 10 times younger than me. I'm excited for your future. I'm excited that you got your watch hours and your subscribers, and I wish you nothing but success. Keep going. Keep going. I'll subscribe to you just so you can have 1,001. Because I'm a total believer in women supporting each other. Women of all races, all religions, beliefs, whatever. We don't have to believe in the same things sometimes to just give each other support. So I told her, I said, I will subscribe to your channel. And then there was another young lady in the comments, and she was saying, why do all the small content creators just follow each other, and that would help us all, you know? And that was a good idea, because as long as you have a positive channel and you're putting something positive out here in the atmosphere, I'm all for it, you know? I can't do the negativity because it brings me down. But if you're positive, I'm all for it. I am all for it. So, and you know, she was saying, you know, I hope to be a big content creator one day. I think we're all striving for that. I do not have to be the biggest content creator ever. I just want to have a positive following. I just want people that follow me to be positive people. And I just want you to like some of the things that I like, I guess. And I guess if you're following me, then you do like some of the things that I like. You know, you like crafting, and you gotta like pink if you're following me. You know, I'm just playing. You don't have to like pink. You could just be following me because you like me, and that's okay too. I love that. So that's all I really wanted to talk about tonight, you guys. I've been seeing, you know, a lot of, even on TV and stuff, on social media and stuff, I've been seeing a lot of people be bullied. I've been seeing a lot of people talk down to each other and be nasty to each other and critical of each other. And it just strikes me in the wrong way. It really does. Because at the end of the day, you really just, if you're this person, you need to just stop and ask yourself sometimes, no matter who you are or what age you are. Why am I talking to this person like that? Why am I calling this person names? You know, it's bad enough to do it behind a person's back, but to do it to a person, that's even worse to me, like in a person's face. You know, to call a person names and talk nasty to a person. You should just really stop and ask yourself, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And if there's something going on in your life that's hurting you, that's making you hurt others, get some help. Talk to somebody. Try to reach out and talk to a family member or a friend or, you know, just somebody that you can trust. Reach out and talk to somebody about your behavior and, you know, how maybe your behavior is affecting other people, you know, because it does. Your behavior most definitely does affect other people, especially if it's a bad behavior. So, that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I wanted to have a serious sit down video today and just kind of talk about what I've been seeing other people do to other people and what I've been hearing. And it's not good, you guys. It's not good, and we need to change it. And like I said, if you're going through something in your life that's making you be this way towards others, talk to somebody and get some help for it. Because, you know, as long as you wake up and you have breath in your body every day, you can change. You can change the person that you are. If you don't like who you are, you can change it, you know. Most things that are worth having and you know, dreams and goals and aspirations and stuff like that, it takes work to get it. And you got to be very serious about changing things that you kind of don't like the way they are, and you just want to change in your life. You know, you got to be serious about it. And sometimes change isn't easy. You know, I talk to my mom. Me and my mom talk all the time about selling the house and moving. You know, and I want to do it because I feel like the house is too big for just the two of us now that my dad's gone. You know, and it's a lot of maintenance. And so we talk a lot about moving to a condo and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's an emotional thing for my mom. And so I don't want to make her do anything that she's not ready to do. I want her to be comfortable, you know, and okay with any decision that she makes going forth about moving. We were just down in Florida last month Well, this month, because it was the beginning of this month when we were in Florida, in Vegas, and we were taking a look at the condo again, and we love it. But at this point, it's an emotional thing for my mom. So I have to be patient, and I have to pray and ask God to help us both come to the right decision for me and her, and that's what we're gonna do, So, but I just want to come on here this evening with you guys and have a real chat, a real serious conversation with you. For those of you who have ordered from my new business, Ingrid's Pampered Pink Box, thank you very much. If you have not ordered from my website, please go take a look at my website, ingridspamperedpinkbox.com. It's spa boxes. It's all about self-care. Everything from lip mask to hand mask is what's in the boxes. And I will be doing Christmas boxes, and they will start selling November the 1st. And right now I am thinking about doing a Halloween box because Halloween is one of my favorite holidays of the year. So I am thinking about doing a Halloween box. So I will be sure to let you know if I'm going to do Halloween boxes probably right around September, end of August. I don't know if I'm going to do them, but I think I am. But so check the website out. Also, if you would like to send me Happy Mail, you guys, I never ever say this on my videos. I always forget. But if you would like to send me a card or some Happy Mail or I don't know, anything, some crafting stuff, like if you craft and you want to send me a little project that you've done or something, because I am a professional crafter. I love crafting. In this video will be my P.O. Box information. I try to put it in the description, but sometimes I forget. So I will just start putting my P.O. Box information at the end of every video so that you know how to reach me, okay? And I will be coming to you with some content tomorrow about the bridesmaids boxes and the wedding boxes. I was going to do that last week, but I wasn't feeling well. And I wasn't feeling my best today, but I still wanted to come on here because I felt this was an important conversation that I needed to have with you guys. So, but I will be doing a video on the bridesmaids boxes and the bridal boxes, the bride box, probably tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment early in the morning tomorrow, like 7 o'clock early. So, once I get back from the doctor, I'll either drink a cup of Starbucks and just stay up and get that video out to you, or I will come home, take a nap, and then do it later. But either way, it'll get done, I promise you. So that's all I really wanted to talk to you guys about this evening. Try to stay peaceful. Try to stay positive. And if you need to humble yourself, humble yourself. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Humble yourself. Try to love each other. Try to support each other. You know, my main goal in life is to love and support. Love and support. I think that's some very important stuff, to love and support. And just remember that everybody is not going to always do everything you think they should do. They're not always going to say what you think they should say, and they're definitely not going to think what you think they need to be thinking, because we're all different. But just because we're all different doesn't mean I'm judging you. It doesn't mean I'm harboring bad feelings about you. It doesn't mean any of that. But at the end of the day, if you are a friend or a family member of mine, a true friend and a true family member of mine, I should be able to tell you when you're wrong, and you should be able to tell me when I'm wrong. If we never tell each other when we're wrong, how do we know we're wrong? How do we know to correct it and make it right if we never tell each other, right? So that's something to think about. But with that said, I'm going to go because I need to eat a little something, y'all, and I'm feeling a little, I don't know, I'm just feeling a little something. Maybe I just need to have vegetables and a green drink. That kind of sounds good. I made I made roasted vegetables last night. Carrot, zucchini, squash, tomatoes, onions, peppers, mushrooms, mixed it all up with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of garlic and seasoning, and I roasted in the oven for 20 minutes. and I put it on top of some brown rice. Oh, it was amazing. So I probably will have a little bit more of that because I think I have some left over, but it was really good. And I need to eat because it's kind of late. But anyway, you guys, I love you. I love you all. I want nothing but the best for everybody. And for those of you who ordered boxes, thank you so much. Thank you for the orders. It was amazing for those orders to come through. I thoroughly enjoyed putting them together and getting them out to you. The website is completely open now, so anybody that wants to order something from IngersPamperedPinkBox.com, feel free to go to my website, check it out, and order yourself a self-care box, ladies. Order a self-care box and make yourself feel good, okay? And I will be coming on here tomorrow and letting you guys know what's in the bridal box and the bridesmaids boxes, because I've already covered the little Pamper Pink box, and that's the smallest box, and it is packed with a ton of goodies. If you didn't see that video, go back and look at it. It's packed with a ton of goodies. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. With that said, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for all of my new subscribers. And listen, all of my other subscribers that have been with me from the beginning till now, you know I love you. You know I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to my Uncle Todd and my Aunt Heidi. I love you guys. I haven't talked to y'all in a while because I've been so incredibly busy and trying to feel good at the same time. So I apologize for that. But I love y'all. Y'all know I'm going to give y'all a shout out in almost every video just because I haven't talked to you. But I hope you guys are well. Uncle Todd, I hope you're eating your vegetables. Heidi, please be taking care of yourself too. I love you both. And on that note, you guys know what to do because I tell you in every single video. Shout out to my little baby, Anari. Anari, I never give you a shout out. Hi, Anari. I love you. I think I already talked to you today. I did. But anyway, shout out to Anari. Shout out to Uncle Todd. Shout out to Aunt Heidi. Shout out to my Uncle Bobby. I love you guys. I love you guys. So let's end this video because I need to eat. I'm about to tell you something, and y'all know what I'm about to tell you because I tell you in every single video, and this video is no different. Eat your vegetables, take your vitamins, and drink your water, because health is one of the most important things we can do for each other in this society, in these days and times. We need to stay healthy for friends, loved ones, family members, pets, neighbors, everybody, because the healthier we are, the healthier our world will be. And on that note, I'm fixing to go eat. I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next video.